Esteri is a hard-working farmer who relies solely on income from her potato crops to support her family. Potatoes are a staple for Rwandans and have not only fed her household but also nurtured her dreams. Now, with the government's plan to protect swamplands, Esteri faces uncertainty. She worries about losing her land in just 6 months. I'm currently unemployed, and if I had another job, I'd consider changing careers. But for now, my small farming activity is my main source of occupation and income. The short grace period before eviction puts me in a tough spot. It would be helpful if the government could find a way to compensate us farmers or provide some form of support during this transition. Amidst the fields, we find James, a farmer in Kararuma. For over 5 years, he has cultivated cabbages and vegetables, earning about 100,000 Rwandan francs, which is about $78 per month. But James sees the looming changes differently.
I don't have a clear plan for what comes next. Losing my farm will force me to figure things out, but I understand that the government's actions are not meant to harm us as farmers. These are developmental changes, and as a citizen, I recognize the need to be prepared for such shifts.
The protection measures are aimed at preserving the rich biodiversity and water features in the rich swamplands against climate change and disasters. But they also cast shadows of uncertainty over the farmers whose lives are intertwined with the cultivated lands. The government order to protect the wetlands will be implemented in the next 6 months, but the country's Environmental Management Authority Director remains silent on initiatives or support for the roughly 300 farmers who will be affected at the Kararuma farmland.
In the first place, you should know that it takes time for people to understand new aspects and new ways of doing things. People normally want to keep doing things the usual business as usual. And now, one thing you should be asking yourself is, what has been the productivity that has been gotten from those swamps? You may find that the productivity that has been gotten out of the swamps is nowhere near to the resources that are collected.
Arguably, the story of these farmers shows how progress can bring challenges but also tap into their resilience. The journey ahead for Esteri, James and others like them is still unfolding, shaping the landscape of Rwanda's agriculture. Diana Iriza, Africa Matters, Kigali, Rwanda.